get an audience, alright? In order to truly get an audience, especially because, we're 50 plus.
Yeah, right. And there are people in their freaking 40s and 50s that want to hear what has to be said on this side, yes. In the last 3 years, I have recorded 50 songs. I have had 30 of them mixed and mastered. Released 19 of them in an album called Champagne Ethos. In my catalog, this is a classic by my own metric, but my opinion is obviously a biased one. I am not the first to have this level of creative output, and I certainly won't be the last. However, this is the first time I locked myself away for 3 years straight just writing music, just rapping. I wanted to dial in, all the way in. Push my pen, push concepts, push myself to the limits of my ability in this realm of creativity. The realm of where rhythm meets poetry, spoken word meets musical metronomes, the realm of rap. Knowing full well that after this push, I am done with rap. Well, I'm not done with rap, but I'm done with rap. This is the story of how I got here and why you should care. This is the Making of Demigod. This is my last album. That's the one. Because it's so staccato, I memorized the music in it so that my lyrics could be in time with the drops that are built in there. You know what I mean? So I'm always riding that pocket. You know what I mean? So there's some writing in there, but because it doesn't rhyme, it's kind of really tough to get it in there. But we have achieved that.
It works.
It works?
All
right. Did you feel like stabbing the white man with a spear? That's when it works.
It gets under your skin.
You got okay, gotcha. I'm there. Wakanda forever. If you listen to that and don't want to stab somebody with a spear, check your freaking pulse. The hardest thing you can do as an artist is to get everyone on the same page at the same time. Studio sessions with your fellow creators is the most fun part of the creative process and one of the hardest to pull off. So many different voices, opinions, styles, working habits, and egos that you have to contend with. Here comes the chatter about the things that matter to you. But I don't think your preferences help us love each other. Gotta be rich, I gotta be tall, I cannot be cute, I cannot be small. That's in the streets. That's cool. Ain't a thing. Now she's happy as can be. Till a man takes a stand on a preference too. As a woman, is this song offensive? As a woman, is this song offensive to you in any way?
Not to me, because if you're submissive to the right man, submission is not a problem.
Right. It seems like such a taboo word to say today. I just really wanted to just touch on it a little bit. Like it's so ridiculous. We all love to be relaxed in front of the one we care about. That is submission. That is submission. Just trusting somebody to bring you food that doesn't have poison in it, to run you a bath that doesn't have bleach in it, to freaking, you know what I'm saying? You know,
you let your guard down.
Sharing your bed. You know what I mean? You sleeping. You got 100 knives in the house. You know, waking up with a pencil in your neck is not sexy.
No, it's not. It's not.
So if you trusted somebody to be around you, your food and your sleep, that's submission, my guy. That's submission. You know what I mean?
You're submitting to.
Right. So when everybody can talk about, I ain't submitting to that, I'm like, you relax.
But basically, even in a marriage, you have to have submission. Bottom line is, everybody's like, no, I'm deciding. No, I'm deciding. Somebody, you come together, you agree, and then he makes the final.
Absolutely.
And I have no problem with that at all. Scripturally,
Are you catching what she said?
Scripturally, it's supposed to be that way.
She taking us to the freaking pulpit right now, bro.
Bottom line, there can't be too many chiefs because nothing gets done.
Standing on one side and fighting for
And I'm not a weak woman, and I'm not weak-minded.
Oh.
My husband will tell you.
As soon as I saw you on his shoulder, I knew you were strong. All right? This man has been through the fire with bare feet that I was just referencing in the song before this.
Amen. Amen.
And he's still standing.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Like that is
He has a
that is what black
he has
is.
a quiet strength, sir.
He was black.
The album before Demigod is what gave birth to Demigod. The album was Champagne Ethos. It was a return to the block. It was an unfulfilled promise. Back in the day, we were them guys. In ciphers with your favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
I met this light-skinned lady by the name of Champagne. I said, my name is S.E.R. and she said, please explain. I said, the S is for suave, E is for enhanced, R is for rhyming, G is for jazz. She said, damn, I want to be down with your crew. I said, word of mouth, so does LMB too.
Getting a record deal in the 90s wasn't the hardest thing you could do as an artist. Signing a contract where you didn't get exploited for all of your intellectual property was another story entirely. Since me and my Once Upon a Time crew were hood famous, we had nothing to show for it though, but memories to contribute to our legacy. So what did we do? We decided to go all in for one album, just to say we was here. Chief Vaughn was the setup guy, locking down studio sessions, bringing in new talent, singers, rappers, producers, production engineers, videographers, securing venues, scouting locations for video shoots, and so on.
Sometimes it's just you catching the vibe.
Right, that's that.
Because like if
Facts,
I can't
facts,
pull it out of
facts,
you,
facts,
sometimes
Then you hear
I
me,
know.
my brother.
Exactly.
So that's important. That's
Yo,
why I
Val,
was like, all right.
you hear
As
me?
soon as you got in there, I got a good tone right away. I was
Yo,
like,
what's up,
it's
brother?
gonna be smooth
Oh,
sailings
absolutely.
today. We're gonna have fun.
Absolutely. Ray Scavo, super producer, badass. While we're mixing and mastering the Ethos album, putting the finishing touches on it, he's playing me beats. His stash of beats are crazy. I immediately start writing. The Demigod album starts now, and Ethos isn't even rolled out yet. Valmond is the primary producer of the Champagne Ethos album, and he is the backbone of this group. His production is just as good as Ray's, but his vibe is totally different. We did it. We came back to the block and made a classic. The moment we recorded and wrapped up the last song, someone asked me how it felt to finish. I thought it was a great session, man. It feels good to work, man. It feels just so good to do what you said you was coming to do. You follow what I'm saying? Sometimes the execution doesn't always go the way you got it in your head. You know what I mean? So when it does, it's dope. Ray?
Yo, bro, good shit is always. Like, good shit.
Those who don't possess talent, skill, drive, or the gift to create often try to take control of who bakes the pies and the cakes, all inside of your plate with the fork taking bites of your steak. Wait. I realized very early that there is an exploitation component to the industry. Some believe that the work stops the moment you get a record deal. Those who have signed a recording contract know that the work has only just begun. But what about the independent artist? Does the work stop after you've completed a project? Well, that really depends on what you want. I am not famous by any stretch of the imagination. I can go to any mall and not be recognized whatsoever. and all of that is cool. From the beginning, I have had to ask myself, what is important? Because if you don't know what's important, even if you're an independent artist away from popular culture, you will be manipulated in anything. Nonetheless, the rap industry, regardless. It is obvious that I love making music. It is obvious that I love music, period. And it is obvious that I have no love and little trust for the music business or certain elements therein. And when you're on my level, you have to love it. I'm blessed, but I'm not no fancy rapper flying first class, tipping the glass. I'm in coach. I'm on long lines. I'm on even longer escalators. I am literally jammed inside a pressurized tin can at 30,000 feet. Right. What's good, fellas?
What's going on? How you doing?
Okay.
This is the Crazy 8 firehouse. Yeah. More captains get promoted out of this firehouse than anywhere in JC.
Hey, he about to be a chief, man.
This guy?
Couple of months.
Yeah, this is
That's
the captain
right.
there.
This guy? Salute. Okay. That's what's up. How many lives you got to save to get that job?
There's no
We
quota.
done did it.
There's no quota.
Got you. My Uncle Leon is about as real as they come. Every time I book studio time in Staten Island, I stay with him in Jersey City. It's right there. Oh, there's so many levels, different like stormtroopers and rebels, different like the bass and the treble, different like the one and the two. High level, low level, mid level, not on my level, ultimate level, all the way up there, God tier, top tier, mid tier, bottom tier. I wonder which one are you? They gave you a seat at the table.
Yeah, so this was Method Man and Redman's personal recording studio for over 20-something years. Every Method Man song you ever heard was recorded right here in this room.
Really? It's
Yeah.
so nice and quaint.
Yeah.
This is the spot.
The Iron Man poster is freaking
Yeah.
hysterical.
I have Inspector Deck's autograph stuff all
Look at
over the
Ghostface.
page.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up.
So this is home of the Woo, and they gave it to me.
Dude, I can't wait to lay some lyrics down to that Idol March you sent me.
Oh yeah, that'd be crazy.
Yes.
That's gonna be something.
Okay.
I like your backpack.
Thank you.
Look at his backpack.
No, I said he inspired me to get mine.
That's fine.
It's been 22 long, hard years. I'm still struggling. Survival got me bugging, but I'm alive on arrival.
There's something about recording where the greats record.
What is a panther? An animal that kills. I'm like a shark with blood coming out the gills. I'm like a prayer to the Lord that has been fulfilled. Listening to y'all wondering where the fuck's the skill. Listening to some of you rap.
Sometimes you just gotta isolate and just be, it's just you, the producer, producers, the beat and the mic.
Behind the 8 ball at this time, or just ninth in line, coming in right behind the kids. Their dads throwing some girl time. Can't forget your mom, or when I write wrongs.
Funny how all the pain came out of me on this project. I have done so much at this point of the game. Sometimes I marvel at how many creations I have actually fathered. I have been a part of so many crews, I've been a part of so many collaborations, walking through fire with every verse coming out on the other side as a better version of myself. Only to get so close with God, you realize that you and Him are the same. The human soul has to be God, for only a God would choose to come to this planet and suffer just for the experience. It took so much for me to get here. So many challenges to overcome. So many losses, so many wins. My story is a story of great struggle. I break bread with others who struggle and come out on top. Others like Ray.
I was pushed to a breaking point where I thought it was over for me in every way. At every point where I thought I literally had nothing. I had nobody. I had nothing, bro. And I've been to that place so many times where I thought it was over. And my life was over. And all in the pursuit of music in a sad way. In a pursuit to do the thing I love. And I feel like my first, I guess, major level up in a weird way was getting out of my abusive household and dealing with what I dealt with as a kid. And then my most recent 2 level ups was last year when I was nominated for the Grammy, and the moments before I realized I just won a Grammy was like, holy shit. Like I literally couldn't, I still can't say it out loud.
No, I gave myself 8 days to record. I flew out once and did 4 8-hour sessions from 3 to 11. Then I flew out again and did another 4 8-hour sessions. A question that may help everyone understand exactly why this is my last album and why anyone should give 2 fucks that it is this. If a tree falls in the forest and nobody hears it, does it make a noise? If your answer to this question is no, then I respectfully disagree. The laws of the universe will always apply, whether we are around to witness them or not. The architect of the universe is very clever. Let's turn up now. If an album is dope and no one hears a single note or bar, is the album still dope? If your answer to this question is no, then I respectfully disagree. The laws of the universe will always apply whether you are around to witness them or not. The architect of the universe is very clever that way. I simply wanted to bar y'all up and bounce. Listen to Demigod from intro to outro, and then tell me what a classic album is to you.
A classic album for me, my own personal criteria, I would say tells a story. I would say it's cohesive. I would say that it's unique. It's a unique body of work that pushes art and culture forward. Once you have those 3 elements, I think that you have the makings of a classic album, a classic body of work.